Hey guys, what up? Chris Zoupa here. Lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to look at the filthily titled song by Steel Panther called Gold Digging Whore. Let's take a look. Okay, so before we get dug in, I want to talk about the tuning for this song, which is E flat standard, which goes E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and another E flat. So get yourself a tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first section. I want to start with kind of a power chordy style arpeggio, if you will. I'm playing 11 of the 4th string, then what I've got here is 13 of the 3rd, and then 14 of the 2nd. So even if you want to, you can have a bit of a slide entry at the start of that first note. That last note holds for a little bit longer than the others, so you can add some cheeky vibrato there. Then I work into this phrase. So from where I've ended that arpeggio on 14 of the 2nd string, I'm going to slide into 17, then play 16, 14, and add some gentlemanly vibrato at the end of that. So all together. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then I work into this phrase. So what I'm doing there is I'm playing 12, 14. I'm using my pointer for this. I hit 14 again and do sort of a quick grace note slide to 7. And that's going to resolve on the 5. Okay. At the end of that, I've just got a pointer finger note on 1st string on 4th fret, and that's going to lead us into the start of the next section. So it'll go before we get into all of that. So that's going to be our leading note to finish off that bar. That's pretty much the whole first section. Just keep in mind we've got that last note leading in. It will sound a little bit silly on its own, but it will join to the next section quite nicely. So let's try the whole thing again a little bit slower, and then again even slower some taps. One more time with some taps. Okay, let's have a look at the second section. This is probably my favourite part of the whole solo. I'm hammering from 4 to 9 is a big bend on the, a big stretch on the 1st string. And then I want to play 5 to 9 as a hammer on the 2nd string. And then I'm going to play 6, 9 on the 3rd and 4th string, both as hammers. So we should have 4 hammers. After that, let's slow that down. I'm playing 6, 7 on the 5th as a hammer. And then I want to play 6, 9 on the 4th and then the 3rd. So we're going to go all together from the start. At the end of that, I'm going to resolve that to 8 of the 3rd string. So I pick that again after the 6, 9 hammer on. Hopefully that's making sense. And then I go into this phrase. So what I'm doing there is I'm sliding from 8 to, I think that's 18. Yeah. And that's resolving to 16 after that with some sexy vibrato. So all together. Okay, then I work into this phrase to finish this section off. And that will lead us into the start of the next section. So I want to do this. Let's slow that down. I'm playing 14 of the 1st string, and then I bend 16 up. Then I want to bring it down. I'm going to pick it on the way down there, and then pull off to that 14. At the end of that, I'm doing a string skip. I'm jumping to 16 of the 3rd string for a slight bend. Then I'm jumping back down to 14 of the 1st string. At the end of that, what I've got there is I'm sliding from 17 to 19 on the 2nd, and then resolving to that 17. So let's try that all again. To finish that off, I've got an offbeat note there bending from 8 of the 3rd string, which will lead us into the next chunk. So let's just end this chunk on that 8 bend, and that will lead us into the next section, which I'll explain when we get there. So let's take it from the start of this section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the 3rd section. There is an octave harmony on this, but I think it sounds sexy to do the low one. It was just me. So I want to start from 8 of the 3rd string, continuing on that bend that we had from the end of the 2nd section. Semitone up and back, and then I want to work into this phrase. Apologies for the angry wind of Melbourne at the moment. So I'm bending up and back, and then I want to play 6, 8, 9 on the 3rd string. After that, I'm flattening my ring finger, or whatever you have there. I'm going to 9 of the 2nd string. Then what I want to do there is play 7 on the 1st string, and then bend 9 on the 1st as well. So we've got, and I work into this cool pentatonic run. Let's slow that down. I've got a leading note starting from 11 of the 2nd string. I've got a hammer on playing 9, 12, 9 on the 1st string. And then I'm just working through a C sharp minor pentatonic if we're in standard tuning. Nice and predictable. So after that hammer on pull off, I'm going to play 12, 9 on the 2nd string. And then dropping through that flat 5 note, I'm going to play 12, 11, 9 on the 3rd. And then, sorry about that, resolving that to 11 of the 4th string. At the end of that, it was a really cool moment of chromaticism that Satchel does so well. I've got a hammer on into a pull off going 8, 9, 8 on the 2nd string, and then working back chromatically from 11 of the 3rd string, I'm going to play 11, 10, 9, 8. So I've got the hammer on pull off and then pick the rest of the notes. Okay? And then that goes to 11 of the 4th. So let's try and do everything up to 11 of the 4th string, and then we'll try just getting that last little chunk. At the end of that, I work into this phrase. Once again, we're ending on an offbeat note that's going to lead us into the next section. So all I was doing for those last 4 notes was playing 8, 9 on the 3rd string, and then 2 9s on the 2nd. And that 2nd 9 is going to lead us into the last group. So that's pretty much the whole idea for group 3. Let's do that all together again, a little bit slower, and then once again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the last section. I want to hit 9 to start this group. And I'm going to do a bend up and back. I'm going to go up and back and then play 7 and then back to 9, and that was all on the 2nd string. A similar idea, I'm going to jump to 13 of the 2nd string. I'm going to do a bend up and back, play the 10th fret and then go back to the 13. So from the start. Okay, the last chunk is really cool. This has got a great harmony on it as well. We'll do the lower part. I think the other one's up sort of a 5th with a couple of cheeky 3rds. Let's slow that little lick down. What I'm doing there is a bend on 16 of the 2nd string, jumping back to 14 and then playing 16 again. Okay, let's go through this last run a little bit slowly now. I'm going to play 14, 13 on the 2nd string and the 3rd string. And then I'm going to jump to 16 of the 4th. So from the start of that group, okay, I'm going to jump back down to 14 of the 3rd string and repeat those 2 notes. It's going to go 14, 13, and then it goes 16, 13 on the 4th, and then I'm going to resolve that by playing 16, 15 on the 5th string. And that's the whole last chunk. So let's try and take it from the very beginning, and then we'll do it again even slow with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. And that was the solo to Gold Digging Whore by Steel Panther. I feel horrible saying that. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys have enjoyed that, and I'll see you all very soon.